Hello, my mathematicians. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day. Got to get into the warm-up. So we're going to dive right in and see what you remember. Let's start counting, shall we? Let's go twos, right? So we're going to go, let's start with 52 this time. So 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, 100, 102, 104, 106, 108. Wow, how'd you do? You do good? All right, let's do tens by a different number. Let's do 3. So we're going to start with the 3. Picture it in your brain. When you pick up on that pattern, I want you to count with me. And remember, I'm watching you, so I want to see your mouth moving. All right, ready? So it's going to go like this. 3, 13, 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 73, 83, 93, 103, 113, 123, 133, 143, 153. So, I can't believe it. You guys are getting so good at this game. So good. Let's look here. Remember when we were talking last time, I should say, and oops, that's not the right one. We were talking about, well, I can do it on here. We were doing 5s, remember, with a different number, and we saw that those kind of go back and forth. So let's pick one right now. Let's start with 3. I'm going to count on 5. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we know what that pattern is going to be, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is our pattern, and it's going to go back and forth, just like the 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0. So start counting with me by 5. So we're going to count by 5, starting with 3. Once you know the first 2, you can get rolling. Ready? 3, 8, 13, 18, 23, 28, 33, 38, 43, 48, 53, 58, 63, 68, 73, 78, 83, 88, 93, 98. Woo! I bet you didn't think you could be doing that. Counting by 5s with a different number. I mean, amazing. And we talked about, let's do, or evens or odds. I'm just going to tell you the number. I won't make it that hard. Remember, even, odd, because everyone likes things to be even because it's easy to share cookies or candies. All right, so 17 is your number. 17, picture it in your head. Is 17 even or is it odd? Show me with your fingers. 17. 17 is odd. Good job. Let's do another one. Let's do 420. 420. Is 420 even or odd? It's even because 420 ends with a 0. You're right. Okay, I'm going to make it harder. Gotta think. 10,409. 10,409. Is it even or odd? 10,409. Why? Because 9, you only have to listen to that last number. The last number is 9. 9's an odd number, so therefore the whole number is odd. Great job. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what you're going to be doing today. We are going to be talking all about symbols. Now, symbols are just pictures, right? But a lot of times symbols in math, they mean something, don't they? You probably know what this symbol means. That symbol tells your brain you're going to add things together. right? That's a symbol. Here's another symbol. That symbol tells you you're going to subtract or take away something. Minus, all of those words. That's what that symbol means. We worked on this symbol last week too, or yesterday too. You remember what that was? Equal. That symbol tells us that things are equal on one side and the other. Everything's equal. Sometimes things aren't equal. And in that case, we have two new signs. We have one like this. You might remember it. Let me try and get it out of this light. We have this sign, which is actually called less than. And we have this side, which is called greater than. And you usually are comparing numbers, right? So just a story is you can make these guys, and I just use this for an example because when I taught first grade, this is how I used to do it, but you're in second grade now, so you don't need to draw these, but I always use it for an example. I turn these into Pac-Man. Speaking of Pac-Man, one year for Halloween, we were like Pac-Man ghosts, and Mr. Dorn and I were Mrs. Pac-Man and Mr. Pac-Man, and all of our kids were ghosts, and their costumes were the colors on the one side, and then on the back, it looked like when the ghosts, if you've ever played that game, when they go, and it's time for us to eat them. Okay, that was a little side note. But anyway, they look like little Pac-Men, don't they? And Pac-Men love to eat. And let's say, when I was a Pac-Man, one of the things I love to eat, one of my favorite foods, and you know what it is, those of you in my class, pickles. And if I could, I would eat more pickles, the most pickles I could get. So Pac-Man pickles, think about it that way. They want to eat more. So here's an example of how that would look. Now remember, you're not going to write the Pac-Man out. So if you had a number like 8 or 9, and the Pac-Man wants the pickles, would the Pac-Man rather have 8 pickles or 9? You might want to think of it like your own favorite candy, like Skittles or Sour Patch Kids or Kit Kats. I know all Milky Ways, a lot of my kids like that in my class. But which one would you rather eat? Would you rather eat 9, or would you rather eat 8? You would rather eat 9. And in fact, we talked about it, your fingers are there to help you. If you need to go like this on your page to remember what side the mouth opens up, do it. But when it opens up, it looks like this. Okay? And that's the correct symbol to use because 8 is less than 9. Okay? I'm going to do another one. Let's do 42 and 7. No. Let's see. Let's do and 29. Okay, 42 and 29. Would you rather eat 29 pickles or would you rather eat 42? Which one's bigger? 42. So if you need to make that mouth again so you know what it would look like so that you can make that symbol. And this symbol I said is called greater than because 42 is greater than 29. Okay, now sometimes, let's see, it might look like this. And there's 17 pickles and there's 17 pickles and ooh, we don't know which one we want because they are the same, they are equal. Remember that word equivalent that we learned? So sometimes the symbol you're going to use is going to be an equal symbol. Let's do one more. I'm going to try and trick you a little bit. 36. I'm not even going to say the words. This one used to stump when I taught little kids because both numbers have a 6 and both numbers have a 3, and you have to figure out which one is the biggest. And that can be hard for some people. So what I always used to say was you could draw it in like base 10 blocks, if you remember those. So if I did 36, 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or if I did 63, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, which one is more? Now you can see it, can't you? Chomp, chomp, chomp. So again, if you need to use your hand, you can. So 36 is less than 63. Okay, how are we feeling about that? I know that was a quick review, but hopefully you did that last year with your teacher. So let's look at the symbols in your notebook or in your journal. Don't get out your journal yet. You're just going to look at mine for the moment. And this is on page 12. Let's see if I can fold it down a little bit. And there's the little Pac-Mans, and you can just imagine what they look like. You don't have to draw them in because now you're in second grade. But you have to decide on this page if things are greater than or less than. And again, if you need to use the mouth, you can. So for 18 cents or 81 cents, maybe your Pac-Man's money hungry. Your Pac-Man would rather have 81 cents because that's more. So you would write that down. Okay, and 18 is less than 81. Okay, so you're going to do these numbers here. And we will come back and look over it. So again, I want you to try this and don't be afraid. Just do your best. If you get it wrong, we'll get to it. We'll get you there. That's our jobs, right? Now here it says to write the total amounts and then write less than, greater than, or equal to. So they give you an example here. So I'm going to do the example even though they've written it in because I want to give you a tip here. Now, money, remember, can be kind of trickier because you got to solve two things to see if they're equal or not. So make sure you count them out. So remember, dimes are worth 10, nickels are worth 5, and pennies are worth 1. So if I count those out, it's going to go 10, 15, 20, 21, 22. And I want you actually to think about that when you're counting, okay? So you're going to write that whatever the sum, the total of coins is, on one side, you're going to write it here. And then on this side, let's see, oh, quarter. Boy, they get hard right away, don't they? I know 2 nickels is 10 cents, so that's 5, 10. So we can count by tens after 25, can't we? 25, if you drop it straight down, 35 plus 5, 40, 45. Oops, I'm doing this one down here, aren't I, for you? Well, there you go. Let me look at this one. 25, 26. My eyes are getting old. What can I say? So 25 or 26, which one would you want to eat? You'd want to eat 26. Let's count this one together. Again, remember I said to try to use that biggest coin. So we're going to use 10, 15, 20, 21. Okay, so you would write 21 on one side, 45 on the other, and then you're going to decide which one would you want to eat. Would you rather have 21 or would you rather have 45? Money, I guess, this one. So you're going to have to put the symbol there, okay? So I know that the money part is going to might be kind of tricky for you. So I just want you to do your best. So just as a reminder, quarters equal 25 cents. Do you remember the next biggest coin? Dimes equal 10 cents. Nickels equal 5 cents. And then that penny, I think you all know, was 1 cent. So if you need to write that down, we'll give that to you again so you could put that on your page just to remind you when you go in your breakout rooms. Then they have a try this again. So you're going to put the symbol in that makes sense. Is it equals? Is it plus? Is it minus? You're going to want to make sure, or is it greater than, or is it less? I'm sorry. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to? So you've got 15 on this side. If it were equal, it would need to be 15 on this side. So what I want you to do is I want you to add these two numbers up, put the answer up here, and then you could make it if you're which side it wants to eat. Over here, it has 5 plus 6. So write the answer right there. 8 plus 4, write the answer right there. And then which side would it want it to eat? Okay, try this, try it. And we'll come back and we're going to review it, of course, at the end. So now there's one more page to do. So you're going to be doing this page, the greater than, less than, equal to, and then you have a new math box. So they want you to count some money, all dimes. They ask you to fill in the missing numbers. I know you've done one of these before too, so think about what it would look like. If you need to get out your number scroll, you can. Use the tools if you have to. This one says to show 23 using tally marks. So remember that's 1, 2, 3, 4 crossover. 1, 2, 3, 4 crossover. So it's groups of 5. Then they say use the your calculator to show 14, and your broken key is 1. So you can't use 1. And remember, sometimes we got a little tripped up on that last week when we had those questions. You can have 3 or 4 numbers that you add together. So if you have a hard time figuring out how to do the 1, think of another way that you can do it. Okay, you're going to want to show that 4 different ways. So you're going to want to have a problem on each of these lines. And then number 5 says, how did you count the money in problem 1? And remember, writing it down can be hard, but what would you say to me? You would say, Mrs. Doran, I counted it like this. I said 10, and you're just going to write that down. Tell me what you counted by and how you did it, okay? So for today, you've got the 2 pages to do. You have page 12, which is the greater than, less than, or equal to, and then you're going to do your math boxes here. And we are going to be popping into your different breakout rooms to talk to you all about your big, ginormous math brains and how great you're doing, and see if you have any questions. Of course, if you have a question, you know how to get to us from your breakout room and let us know. If you finish those 2 pages really quick, you know what I'm going to say? Scroll. Some of you are going crazy on those scrolls, by the way. I'm so glad you got more papers. So you could do your scrolls, you could do a game, you could go on the Everyday Math Game website if you want, you could play a game with your grown-up if you want. The choice is yours. So have fun with math today. We're going to put you in that breakout room. We'll check to see if we have any questions first. Then you'll go in those breakout rooms. And then when we're all done and we pull you back and you get to see those answers, you're going to be like, man, I'm a smart mathematician, because you are. Have a great day.